Hey guys, just walking around here in my studio, Extend Sev Fitness. This is my place. This is my gym. This is where all the magic has happened in the last 6 or so years. Thought I'd share it today on this episode of Life of Sev. Today is Monday, the 22nd of April, and let's begin. So I've got a lot of stuff to do today. I've got a few meetings coming about, and I've got some priorities to deliver to myself and other people that I'm involved with shooting, doing photography and stuff. So I'll get this one out the way quick because I do want to deliver more content out for you and for myself, to reflect back on where I am with my journey on this life voyage or photography voyage, or both, because it's all one thing really. I was just listening to a few things before about having your life. They say life is short, but I say life is long, because what you do today, if it's the last thing you do before you pass away, you got to make sure that it's great. You're only as good as your last game, and I'd want to be remembered for something outstanding. Go all in with whatever you're doing right now, and the next person that you talk to, be absolutely excited about having that conversation with them, and that's what I strive to do about everything and everyone. We all have our down moments, but it's life, and you just got to pick yourself up again and go again, because you never know when your last podcast, YouTube video, Instagram post, Facebook status update is going to be. So make it worthwhile, So in the next hour, what do we got, 40 minutes, I'm going to head to the city, and I'm going to do some cafe crawling. Now, it's Easter Monday, so I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we'll see. I'll see if there's some places open. Take my laptop in there and edit at different spots to keep me motivated, because I find that at home I relax more. And so I'm going to go up and about, maybe go to the library, put some headphones in and just go nuts. I've got a meeting with a couple that are getting married in September, and I'm also got a wedding shoot this Friday that I'm doing, so I'm very excited about that too. So a lot of preparation involved, but a lot of accountability is needed. Going to my personal training studio, I thought I'd tell you a story about this place here. This place was my income for the last 6 years, pretty much on a full-time salary going through uni, which has kept me very well afloat. And the biggest thing I take out of it is not because I survived uni with with some money in my bank, but it's the fact that I've made a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors, a lot of learning opportunities. If you watch my last YouTube episode about taking the L, I've learnt a lot of things. I've done a lot of things wrong in those 6 years. I got to a point where I was doing 50 sessions a week, which is outstanding for a full-time student in terms of income. But it's not what I wanted to do in the long term, and I still do it. I still have a few clients that I train, and those clients are enough. Those clients have been with me long term, and I could never give them up. Not right now, not ever. It's up to them. But anyway, moving on. One day this studio will become a photo studio, and that's another exciting venture. But for now, it's still a gym, and I'm still doing it on the side a little bit every now and then, and I can, and it's I'm having some amazing conversations with the clients that I have here. So it's not just personal training, it's talking to people. And the biggest thing I take out of personal training is actually I've learned how to be empathetic, how to show empathy to everyone and anyone that I talk to, and getting the ball rolling with anyone. I meet someone for the first time, never met them before, don't know what sort of person they are, and I feel like because of personal training, I can now start talking to them like they were my best mate from 5 years ago, and we just kept going, kept kicking on from our last conversation. So I feel like it's really improved me as a person to other people in terms of talking to them, and getting to know them, and just avoiding small talk and avoiding those small conversations. And I feel like it's been a great journey in this field. But now that field or that journey is about to move on, and I'd say I'll give it another year before all the clients start to pack up and cannot continue on, which will be sad times, but we all have to move on as well. So the other things that I've made mistakes from this business is how I started. I wasn't all in. I was slow. I was getting into it slowly. I was not as invested into the business or the career as I wanted to be, and as I know now that I should have been early on. And because of that, I knew it wasn't for me long term. I'm more invested I'm more invested in it now than I ever was before, because I've got less clients and I have time for them better, more time for them. But taking what I've learnt from this business, I'm pushing that onto my photography stuff, which is my next venture, or current venture. I'd like to be doing photography more, a lot longer than I did personal training, but it's definitely something I want to go forward with even better than I did with personal training. And I'm taking a lot of things that I learnt from personal training, the mistakes, as well as the wins, of course. I'll always celebrate the wins. Taking them on and doing them in my photography, and it's helped so much. And I love sharing it with you guys and what I've learned. And I'll give you one example right off the bat. When I first started the personal training, I didn't learn as many things as I could at the start. I was wasting my time, and at points of my career, my 6-year personal training career, and I say 6, but it's actually more than that. I just lost count. But every single time that I could have done it, I could have learnt a lot more from the industry and really pushed it further to an advantage of my own, to help my clients the maximum possible way that I could. So now that I've learnt that I should have done that better, my first 1, 2, 3 years and onwards, I'm doing that with photography now. So everything that I can learn, I'm doing it. I've enrolled in a couple of courses. I've got Skillshare. Skillshare is amazing for everyone. I've learnt that YouTube isn't the one and only source either. Especially for photography, videography. If you want to learn some stuff, have a look around. There's some other stuff out there. It is a little bit more costly. Like, YouTube is free. It's always good to start with YouTube, because then you get an idea if you like it or not. If you're craving for more, and YouTube has a lot of stuff on there specifically for artists and that, but Skillshare is amazing. Yes, it is paid service, but I feel like there's content on there that is so much better and more useful. And there's also individual artists who I've found and that I'll share with you at another time, who are very, very helpful, but you have to pay them individually for their tutorials. And I feel like it's worth it, because you're investing in yourself. And even if it wasn't a good investment, at least you know, and you're not wondering. So that straight off the bat, if you're starting out with something, go all in, learn everything you can about the trade or the skill or the art or the industry or the business or the culture or the community, everything you can about it all the time. And remember, there is no such thing as knowing everything about something, because it's always going to be some more stuff out there. And that's how you keep relevant, and that's how you're going to improve and be in the game for longer. And you'll love it as well, because you'll be ahead and all of that stuff. Righto, speaking of, what's the time? It's I've got 40 minutes to get to where I need to, plenty of time. I don't want to rush it, so I'm just going to cruise along. Might do another in-car episode, create some more content for another time, but keeping it 10 minutes. I'll wrap it up now, and thanks for listening. Hope you have a good day, good afternoon. You're listening for the future. Good thanks, and shout outs to Branchy for letting me borrow his $500 microphone. I hope you're liking the quality of the the microphone. Let me know what you think. Let me know if my voice is nice and soothing and it's putting you to sleep, because hey, if you're listening to this and it's putting you to sleep, then you can watch it again or listen to it again and again and again and again to put you to sleep. And if you're getting something out of it, even better. It's a bonus. Righto. Have a good day. And as always,